Hey guys, Real Spartan here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, last episode I said we were going to do this, and I've set up my team. It's going to be Faith the Hellion, like 2 level 3s, 2 level 4s. These guys are decked out with level 4 skills, so they'll have a easier time getting through this without a stress healer, because that's like the main problem with this party. So, yep, level 4 skills of everything. I have given Lunatic like a stun build with plus 70% stun skills, and I gave him Disorienting Blast so that he has effectively a 200% stun with this skill, which is incredible, but yeah, I don't really think I'll need Battlefield Medicine when I have Occultist healing for like almost the super powered healing that he has. Anyone remember back in the days when Weird Reconstruction level 5 used to be 0 to 18? And then they buffed it a bit? No, only me? Okay. Yeah, this may be a long mission, but I don't really need to bring that much food because, I think my... Oh yeah, I don't think I know. My Abomination is using a Bloodthirst ring, so I'll be having to feed, like, one less mouth. Essentially running a team of 5 people that need to eat. I really want a Fasting Seal because, like, I wanted to run, Seer Stone on my Abomination and Bloodthirst ring on my Occultist, but my Occultist is running like a dodge build because he has like a quirk for extra dodge. Oh no, I'm using Seal Stone on my Occultist. I was originally going to use my I wanted to use the Deteriorating Bracer for him to give him extra dodge, but then I'd have to like not go without the Seer Stone. Okay, so, yeah. I wanted to give my Occultist the Hunger buff while, using the Seer Stone on my Occultist, because I wanted, like, both of them. Am I saying this needlessly complicatedly? I don't know. I don't know anything, really. So, my headphones aren't working properly. They're, like, at 70% volume or something like that. I don't know why. You know what? I'm just gonna turn the sound up on my end. Usually I record at 12% volume because it just fits, but it's like a bit quiet here. You know what, I'll change it down to 18. That seems to be the how the sound usually is for me.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
My laptop can play sound incredibly loudly at 100%. And you may think, wait, shouldn't you be like running it at 50%? But no, my mixer is like really weird. So yeah, we have 16 torches, so this should last us throughout most of the dungeon, if not all of it. Okay, so let's start with Plague Grenade. We need to take out the stress dealers first, and the Abyssal Artillery will do a good job of damage. And the Abomination can also stun backline units, or at least rank 3 units. So yeah, could Barbaric Yawp, but I feel like the damage would be a better thing here. Chance to kill. And we got like low damage. Stacking up plus 40% damage on the Hellion, who has a level 4 weapon, is a good recipe for death on the enemy team. Attacking the Abomination is of course the best result we can get because he has the most health, and he has his, you know, good old self-heal. I'm actually going to use that now because he has a little bit of stress. Stress is the main issue with this party. No stress healer. We can camp, but that won't really solve it.
Exposed to a killing blow.
And for camping skills, we don't have like many good ones. For stress, we have Reject the Gods and a few Encourages, I think. We also have Abandon Hope. No, we only have 1 Encourage, really? Okay. So let us start healing. I'm going to Adrenaline Rush here because it's not the worst idea to cure a bleed that does 8 damage. And, shuffling him is probably a good idea. Yeah, up the front. He's not going to do anything, like, at all now. He's going to move back, and then the Abomination will probably take care of him with a Beast's Bile. Beast's Bile does 4 damage at level 4, meaning it's showing that it scales rather quickly. Okay, so I could kill with a Plague Grenade, but I want to get more damage off on this unit. He's just going to use his clumsy stab or whatever it's called. I could stab him, actually, yeah. Okay, so he's dead. And let's chop you in the face. Okay, so he'll move back, he'll die, he'll just die next turn.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Axe Blade, weak attack still. As long as it doesn't give the debuff out. So yeah, 1 dead. Well, actually, technically it's 3 dead, but you know what I mean. And now we can just heal up. I bargain that the Hellion is going to go before the Bone Man. So Adrenaline Rush is the correct answer.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Note how I didn't pack many supplies because I kind of want a gold at every opportunity I can get because I'm running low on gold. I did sell like all of the trinkets I was never going to use, so yeah. It costs a fortune to upgrade skills still. Plague Doctor with the 80% trap disarm rate. I mean, it's a tie with the Hellion's trap disarm rate, but the Plague Doctor is just like higher leveled. Remember back in the days where if you stood here and you clicked on the door, you would not lose 6 torch from going through it because of it doesn't count as you stepping on the tile that triggers the light loss event. Do I want to do this? You know what, I'll come back to this, because our party may very well be capable of taking that thing down. We have Disorienting Blast for a huge amount of stun chance. Lunatic, of course, has more speed than the Shambler. So, you never know. We also have we could use a Barbaric Yawp as well for a chance at a stun. We have damage over time in the way of the Hellion's Bleed and the Abomination and Plague Doctor's Blight, so we can get by the Shambler's protection. So we'll go through the rooms and we'll come back to this. If we have enough food and other junk, we'll do it. We have no stuff. Are you curious? No, you're Hylomania. Okay. I should really remove the Hylomania from everybody, but it's not easy to remove every single person's Sanitarium quirks at the same time. I usually just lose track of them. I was considering removing Dem's negative quirk, the one that reduces his crit rate for range skills, but I decided that I won't do that because he barely uses Zealous Accusation. Dem is more of a stress healer. He's like just a 2.0, except his stress heal is arguably better, because granted it may heal less, but it does heal HP and it can crit for +4. It also gives light, which is really good. You know what, I could camp in this room, interact with this to give like the Hellion plus 30% damage, and then absolutely destroy the Shambler, or at least attempt to. But in order to do that, we need to leave our stress at like 0. So let us take care of these guys, and I want to Weakening Curse this one in case it attacks first. If this one attacks first, I don't care, because it's just the weak version. Okay, I want the Hellion to kill this unit, but not to crit it. Okay, good. Stumbling Scratch. Low damage, low accuracy attack, no bleed. And death.
Destroyed.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to stun this unit after he moves to the slot with the Abomination. There we go, so that guy's going to Stumbling Scratch, and we can bleed him with if it bleeds. Or, you know, we could Wicked Hack, which is now a better choice because he's in the second slot. Okay, so, Plague Grenade, he's dead. Because he's going to be taking 9, and then at least 5 if this guy's skill didn't last, which it did, because I forgot that he had a late turn, not an early turn. And they're both dead, so let's try and get some stress relief by killing them and attempting to get crits.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life.
And you've got the medicinal herbs for the Iron Maiden back there. Let's use a torch because I still don't want to die here. Okay, so Blinding Gas will be great here. I think that Disorienting Blast will actually be better now. Oh wait, no. They're both taking their turns, so Plague Grenade it is. because there's really no point to stunning them. We're pretty much going to kill them before they can get another turn off. So, I'm going to do that. I kind of wish I had Iron Swan here, but I'm satisfied with what skills I have equipped now.
Singular strike.
Okay, so you're dead. You are dead as well. Okay, excellent. So it's 2v4 now. And the Hellion is yet to take a turn. Having lower health here doesn't really matter because we're just going to use a campfire after this. Well, after scrounging around the other room, of course. Okay, so
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
this fight's over. Just stab him a bit.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
12, okay. One more turn for him, so we can heal up now. Absolution heals 8 HP at level 4. Not the best, but at level 5 it's awesome with 10. Always good to push over the breach. And Adrenaline Rush. I'm just hoping for crits like heals so I can get stress relief. Because the campfire is going to heal 25% when we use 6 food.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Do not need Jade. Gold is probably the best thing here. Don't need busts either. I also don't need crests like at all because yeah, we just have I have like 65 crests back at town. I need like other resources. Might as well not bother using a torch because the reason that I'd use a torch here is in case like we backtrack and there's like a collector in the hallway, which there isn't. So yeah, there's a trap though, so stress relief. Cool and nice. And we're at 50, so we could use the thing here, but I kind of want to clear inventory space.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against becoming horror.
Okay, so we're fighting a shambles, so I'm going to need to sharpen spear. And let's see, what else can we get in the town buffs? We can use self-medicate, which won't help at all. Could psych up for extra damage. You know what, that damage might be the difference between life and death. 20 stress is not that high of a price to pay, considering the fact we can just encourage to remove most of it. Self-medicates, extra accuracy, does not matter really. If only he had the old thing where he could increase resistances for a while. Abandon Hope, Pep Talk. Who has the most stress damage received? You have plus 20. So, yeah, so she has plus 20. You have plus 0. You have plus 20 as well. You have light sensitive, really. And stress eater. Ooh. You have plus 15. Okay, so occultist I want to keep sane. Which the occultist is the one with the pep talk, so I guess we'll be keeping the Hellion sane.
The match is struck. A blazing star.
So you've got plus 25% damage here, plus 8% crit here. And we will have extra plus 30% damage on the Hellion
First test. Now it must be
from
carried
this
home.
buff here. Okay, so everything should go fine if all goes according to plan. Which, obviously it won't because this is a shambler fight, but hey, what can you do? At least I am not using sun rings, because I don't actually have any. If I did, I would be using them using one in place of the Warrior's Bracer. Stop trembling over your own words. This isn't early morning, this is actually almost 6 PM, so I should be fairly awake. I didn't just wake up like an hour ago or something. It's surprisingly quiet today, which is like, I was going to just record another story time with Spartan because that's generally what I do when
Waiting to be
it's
spent.
not a good time to record or something like that, or I'm really tired. But yeah, it's all good right now. Okay, so let's check our skills. Breakthrough. Do I want to run Breakthrough? Because I could... Like, Adrenaline Rush is useful for getting rid of the Bleed and Blight, which she might be taking because she's level 3. It's a good move forward skill, and she might need to move forwards after the shuffling has occurred. But she doesn't need to be specifically in the front 2 slots. She can use if it bleeds in the 3rd slot. And considering that the Shambler is always in slot 2 or 3, if it bleeds will always be able to be used as long as she isn't in the 4th slot. So that will be the only time I need Breakthrough. Abomination doesn't matter. Occultist, he doesn't really need anything, really. I mean, yeah, none of our team has Mark Synergy, so, yeah. Lunatic, I might want to switch off Blinding Gas for Battlefield Medicine. I'm actually going to do that, yeah. Because Bleeds and Blights can be dangerous here. And, let's go. 3rd Shambler fight, hopefully 2nd successful one. No bad shuffle. And that was the worst possible shuffle. Great. So, in order to get the Plague Doctor backwards more, I'm going to start with Slam. Got the debuff, which is good. Okay, so, 80% chance to get a stun here. Good. And that was the worst possible thing. I wanted the Occultist to go before the Hellion. Is he losing speed from anything other than the Seer Stone? Should have unequipped the Seer Stone, to be honest. Let's reduce damage, even though it won't really do anything. We didn't even get the debuff off. So, we have a 30% chance to do this now. I'm going to use Rake, because I want to stack up the Rake damage for the Shambler Sycophants. And let's start stacking up Blight and Bleed.
Well struck.
Okay, so that'll do nothing because the debuff still didn't get off. But okay, please bleed. Okay, so we are dealing 8 damage per round to him. Obdurus Advancement is the bleed, which is the worst of the two because we have 2 units with high blight resist. Okay, hopefully the Abomination goes first. Okay, 1 Clabber Claw. Please don't get 2 off before the Abomination takes his turn. Okay, good. He got his turn off. So Rake will deal enough damage to hopefully take out one of them. It didn't though, which is bad. Abomination should be able to go before these guys, well, these guys are going to take another turn, but they won't get a 3 stack off, hopefully. Try for another stun. Okay, we got the stun. Didn't get the other thing though. Didn't get the move. That doesn't really matter because we kind of want him to stay in the back so that the Abomination will be able to take out these 2 guys. He has 10 speed, so the Shuffler, Shambling... I just said almost said Shuffler and Shambling Horror, which are the 2 things that this is not. So this should kill. Okay, good. They didn't dodge. A heal from the Occultist needs to be a good one here. Gonna keep stacking up the Blight because a good Blight is worth more than a stun in this situation because the stun only has a 40% chance to get off here. Let's try for another bleed. 13, not bad. Okay, so he is taking 11 damage now. Undulating Withdrawal is the better of the 2 because we have high blight resist, but we didn't get any of those resistances off. Clapper Claw again, not good. I'm gonna go single target here to try and take down this thing. Or should I? Nah, I've been spamming Rake. I have enough Rake buffs stacked up.
Obliterated.
There we go. Even if this mission fails, then, wait, do I have lethal? No, I don't. Okay, good stun again. I want to heal someone else with the Occultist. So, yeah, I was just gonna heal that blight off. Another bleed will be wonderful here. Might even give us lethal. Yes, we have lethal. This guy's dead. This guy's toast. Perish.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade.
And we get the fucking Ancestor's Bottle. Glorious bullshit. Well, yeah. Let's walk to this room because honestly, walking backwards is not worth the punishment of stress. And we're going to use a campfire.
And despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Luckily, the Plague Doctor's Stress Eater is not, like, in effect, so it's not all bad and terrible things and nightmares.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
So reject the gods is a no-brainer here. We need to reduce her stress a lot. Let's see, who has healing skills? You have Dark Ritual, but that isn't the best. You have Wound Care. You also have Leeches. But Wound Care does the exact same thing pretty much. Gonna do that for the extra healing. Anyone else have healing? You have healing as well. Okay, excellent. 21 to 23. Kind of want to actually focus on stress healing now. Self-medicate isn't bad. You know what? Let's focus on healing the Plague Doctor for now. Self-medicate increases the healing received. And is that all we're gonna do? I mean, the Abomination stress isn't that much of an issue. I could Pep Talk and Abandon Hope in unison. I'm actually gonna do that. That spreads out the stress more equally. The Abomination... wait, his stress might be enough to trigger a stress proc after this campfire, so I'm going to try and reduce that. Okay, his stress is not enough to trigger a stress proc.
The promise of safety.
In case you do not know, if one character's stress is high enough, it will cause like a stress proc. Just like having an afflicted member of your party in a camp. So yes, and this seems like a perfect opportunity to stress heal. So let's get some absolutions off. It's 11 stress per round lost, which is a great number. Plague Grenade is obviously the best choice here because it reduces pretty much everything that he does. This is Unholy and Beast, so stabbing isn't the best opportunity. Missed 3 attacks in a row, mind you. Well, not in a row. Actually, no, not even 3. We missed 2 actual attacks. Plague Grenade, of course, doesn't count because Plague Grenade has, like, it literally can't miss almost every single unit in the game because it has 135 accuracy due to Blasphemous Vial. Blasphemous HD. Who is Blasphemous HD? Actually, I don't want to know because I've actually... Oh wait, yeah, I do know. Because I occasionally watch Pyrocynical. Good, nice crit, extra stress healing. Hellion Stress is of course the one that we need to worry about most. She has that Pep Talk stress resist buff, but Dismas's head is still a major factor to take into account. That plus 20% stress damage and minus 10% health is a detriment, but the 25% extra damage is worth it, in my opinion. And my opinion is usually right. I should unequip Battlefield Medicine and put back on Blinding Gas. Bump in the Night again. I think it's going to penalize me for stalling, so I'm just going to stab him.
Decimated.
Nice stab. Also going to equip Junior's head again.
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Because I kind of forgot to do that. And Hylemania, so he's just going to get some bleed or blight. Really need to remove Hylemania. I forget that Hylemania is actually one of the ones that I have a priority of removing. Okay, so, Blinding Gas. Well, actually, no, Plague Grenade, because these guys don't deal any stress damage, except for with crits. And we should be able to take care of them easily with stuns and other things. Okay, so you're taking 5, so 4 will kill. And you got an 8, perfect. Actually, a 9 would have been better, because, well, actually, no, a crit would have been best, because then I could have, if it bleeds as this guy. Yes, shoot the Abomination, because he is easily the most healable unit. Really, these guys are incredibly stupid if they're going to keep attacking him. I'm going to Adrenaline Rush because there's no point in attacking him, and these guys are just weaklings anyway. They aren't worth my time. 11, nice number. Well, of course, it's a set number. It's not a ranged, like, oh, you have a range of this number to this number to heal. And there's a 40. And if it bleeds, will kill. Plague Grenade will also kill. So we'll just start Wicked Hacking because it has a high crit chance. A relatively high crit chance of plus 6%. Really, her weapon only has 4 crit. I swear it used to be higher than that. I wonder how many things have changed in the game that I've completely forgotten. Because, I know certain things will change over time because the developers think, oh, this is overpowered, or this is underpowered, or this skeleton needs to be put in the penance hall. I don't know. I think I'm starting to come down with another headache, but that could just be because I think I have insomnia again. I generally have insomnia from time to time. It always comes back.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
That's why when I say I'm having sleep issues, I think it's insomnia. Here's the Collector. So, this guy's fun. Luckily, he's not that big of a problem. I could transform, and I think I will, actually. It's a bit of stress on everyone, but I think the damage is worth it. Plus... Wait, Disorienting Blast? Oh yeah, Disorienting Blast can't be used on the first slot. Still didn't change off Battlefield Medicine for Stunning Gas, but okay. This is the time that I wish I had a Bleed Out, because Bleed Out does actually a lot of damage. Code Barbaric Yorp. Yeah, I'm gonna Barbaric Yorp. And he resisted. Wonderful. This is why I say Barbaric Yorp isn't the best skill in the game, because that happens and you get screwed over. So let's try and take down at least one of these guys. Kinda wish I had Stunning Gas now. That's not gonna kill. Head games, he is protecting the Collector, which is good because I can stun this guy now. I want to get off damage on him as well, of course, because he needs to die at some stage. Show Collection is of course going to stack up the stress on the Hellion even more. Abomination is actually interested in this, so he's not getting stressed out at all. Yeah, I don't know why it sometimes doesn't stress with when that happens. So Rake will be pretty good here, I presume.
Impressive.
Has that plus damage against Eldritch. Does he have Eldritch Slayer? Yeah, he does. That's actually pretty damn good, considering his class. Let's stun this guy. I was thinking about stunning the Collector there, but killing this guy is still my top priority.
Quakes.
As it should be to anyone who plays this game. And now that's Collect Call. Summon a Vestal. Okay, good. Vestal has been summoned. I want to get that damage back up to normal as soon as possible. Plague Grenade because I want to kill this Man-at-Arms eventually. Like, not right away, but damaging over time is the best way anyway because he has protection. Missile Artillery for the extra damage to the Collector. Headhunt. I really want Headhunt to go back to being named Gnawing Feeling, because that was just a better name for the skill. Granted, Headhunt probably fits the theme more, but I liked Gnawing Feeling. And I will always refer to it as Gnawing Feeling whenever I refer to it when the Collector fight is not directly happening. And by directly happening, I mean happening as I say it. Head games, that's going to do absolutely nothing because I'm going to use AoE backline skills. We should be able to take down the Collector next turn.
Masterfully executed.
That crit may have made it this turn instead. Actually, no, because I can't kill the Man-at-Arms. 9 damage, of course heals more than 9 because I don't know how that move works thematically. Because if you're stealing life, you shouldn't be able to steal more than they have. Or more that you actually stole. That's just like using lifesteal, dealing 20,000 damage and healing 1,000,000 health. So Rake will not kill. Rage won't kill either. Rake almost does as much damage as Rage, so why not use it? It's because of that big Rake buff. I remember back when Rake was like the only move from the Abomination you'd use because his damage was so high. Okay, so you are dead. And one Trapezohedron. I keep saying that word differently every time I find one. So we have 8 food. Holy water is probably like the least priority thing we have. We don't have anything else because I just dump off everything that we don't need. In before, no, you keep the busts that you find.
Trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Paid for in bandage. Technically didn't pay for those things in any way. There's the secret room. I'm gonna have to save my key for that. I'm gonna go down here, backtrack. Oh great, there's a use for the holy water. We're out of campfires, aren't we? Yes, we are. Let's hope we find some more food, because... yeah, that reason why. 2 food, like, pickups are actually useful now that I have a Bloodthirst ring, because they're just generally more useful. Probably due to the fact that, we need 3 food per hunger activation, and it's not 2, because 2 used to be half of 4. Well, 2 is half of 4, but still, we don't have to use 4, we use 3. Didn't I just use a torch? Or am I going crazy?
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
This Plague Doctor is actually pretty good at disarming traps. I should bring out more Plague Doctors more often.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
And again, this file hasn't been supplying me with, like, really any Plague Doctors. The only ones that I found, like, have Kleptomaniac or shit like that. And there's the last food proc we can take without having more food. So let's hope for more, yeah, just more food. I really wanted to get the Ancestors map from the Shambler, because that's like, you get that trinket and you can easily bypass most of the game in terms of scouting. I wouldn't have to use the Seer Stone anymore. Just use the Ancestors map. Okay, that's a stress heal plus a normal heal, so I can use this. Still didn't use bloody blinding gas. Keep forgetting to equip that skill. Spartan, you idiot. Do it now. I'm yelling at my computer screen for you to change it. Why aren't you doing it? It's because I'm just not thinking about it. Because honestly, like, I don't have a specific moment where it will be overly useful compared to any other skills. Apart from that collector fight. And we've already passed the collector fight. I want to get some bleed off on this guy. Because I don't want to bother attacking him for a while, but I want to do something with him. So these guys are dead. Yep, both of them are dead. Deal some damage. Surprisingly does less than if it bleeds. Or at least I think it did. Padlock of Transference failed to stun, take a drink. Let us get a heal off on the Occults, because he may get a bit low soon. And this is a point-blank shot crit, I can just tell it. No, it's punishment. That's good, because I don't have to deal with a threat for a death blow from point-blank shot critical hit. What's up everybody, it's critical hit. Today I'm going to be playing Darkest Dungeon point-blank shot. Let's do this shit. Death blow. Are you rubbing my nipples with the tongue of an unwilling zebra?
Their cursed champion falls.
Where the hell does Critical get his quotes from?
This expedition at least promises success.
And what are we going to dump off for this Blightstone? Probably nothing. And we got Profitations and not the actual stress relief. Glorious. Probably should have dumped off the busts for that Blightstone, but... okay, there's the trap.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Okay, so... key on... secret compartment chest. Are there any shovel checks on the map? No, there aren't. Let's dump those off then. Could have used the shovel on the compartment, the box of jewels there, or the cabinet, but I can't be bothered to, and I want to keep the food, because if I get 2 food, it will be all good. Probably should have interacted with this with a Plague Doctor, because of the high resistances to the downsides. There's a chance of that thing giving creeping cough, which seems to always happen, honestly. But, yeah, it's worth it because the Plague Doctor has 50% disease resist. That's 5 stress damage, that's a DK 50p minus. I don't know what that's a quote from either. Something to do with Hearthstone. I haven't been playing a lot of Hearthstone ever since they removed ShiftCon and just cycled it out for something else. Actually hasn't been replaced by anything. I think it's being replaced by the stupid Heroic Brawl thing, which I do not approve of, because Brawl is basically what I play due to the fact that I'm a free-to-player. Because I'm cheap like that. And I've spent my money on a new PC. Still not got those parts yet. I'm gonna hopefully get them tomorrow. And then I'll be able to have Strawberries over. I don't know what to call Strawberries, to be honest, because he has like 1,000 names online. He has a name for every new account he makes.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Can we get some food from these spiders? Just cut off their abdomens and eat them.
Precision and
Okay, so there's one spitter gone, so we just need to take out one more and we've won this fight, because these webbers are very, very weak. And our Abomination has high speed, and my phone is going off. And spit, because the Abomination did not get a good speed check. He got like a 0 or something like that, even though the minimum is 1. And they all went before my Plague Doctor as well. That's like the worst luck ever. Okay, so let's remove the Blight. And let me check my phone. Because honestly, this fight is not requiring my full attention. Okay, so we'll just kill this spider here, except we missed. I hate when this thing goes off, because it's my email checker that goes off. And, yeah, it doesn't update automatically, so it's like, oh, you have a new email. Oh, sorry, we need to update this so that it actually shows it. It's like, oh, hey, new email, please wait 5 minutes while we update this. That was a perfect heal. It was actually more than we needed, but I guess it is to counter the stupid amount of blight that these spiders lay down. I'm confident that we can go before this one spider here. Well, we did go before the spider here. And death. And Vinesource just went live on Twitch, okay. That's all it was. Nothing important.
as victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, so do I want to dump off the torches? Probably... Yeah, definitely. Nothing important here. Book of Relaxation we're gonna take. Let's just eat the food. I'm gambling on the fact that there's not a hunger check. Even if there was a hunger check and I did keep the food, it wouldn't benefit me in any way, because we can't eat with we can't eat with 2 food.
No force of will can overcome a failing body.
Okay, we take a bit of stress and health damage. But considering what we've already gone through, it's worth it. Let's continue adventuring a little bit. Let's just grab this curio and leave. We can take down whatever fight this is. It's not threatening. Yeah, I expected it to be like, oh hey, this fight isn't threatening. Surprise, ghoul. Why do the ghouls always appear when I say, oh, these fights are easy? Okay, we've taken the witch down at least. Let's get some blight down, because this thing has 40% protection for some reason. I bet we're just gonna get the worries from this fight. With 150%. Really? Oh yeah, he got an 80% stun resist buff due to the way that the stun resist works in this game. In case you don't know, the quicker you stun a unit right off the bat in the fight is proportionate to the amount of stun resist they get. Like, if you stun them on the first turn, I think they get they have a chance to get 80 to 120% stun buff. If you stun them after that, it just stacks up, and it does a lot of stun resist. I don't know exactly how it works, but then again, who knows how this game works. It's like it's a riddle wrapped in an enigma. Okay, so he's taking 20 damage. So, weakening curse for the kill. Yep, there we go. And, let's cure this off. You're no longer bleeding. How does that feel? Wonderful!
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Okay, what do we have that isn't worth much? I kind of want those deeds. As in, I really want those deeds. So let's douse the torchlight, pick up the thing to see if there's anything good in it. Hey look, there's a key. We could backtrack and go open this thing. Except we won't, because that would be a stupid idea. Are you stupid? No, you're not. Or maybe you are, I don't know. Since I'm selling the Sacred Scroll, we have gotten over 40,000 gold from that mission. This will be able to fund most of my other missions, hopefully. And Wateo is now level 5, meaning he's the first level 5, and he has Manslayer. I'll have to lock him in and take him into the Darkest Dungeon, because having Manslayer stacked with Eldritch Slayer means he pretty much won't miss, because most of the creatures there are human plus Eldritch, or either or. Lunatic has Zenui again. Backtracker, Bad Humans, Fear of Beasts. I'll have to remove those. Yes, even Backtracker, because it's so horrible.
Perhaps things are not as bad as they seem.
Why do I keep getting one good week? We've had 3 good weeks this entire year. Next episode, we're gonna go out and kill the Swine Prince, because these bosses need to be taken down sooner or later. And if I can kill them sooner, then my level 3 guys, like the late ones, may be able to kill the level 3 version the level 3 versions of the bosses. So I'll see you guys in the next video where these 4 will be taking down this guy. See you then. Bye.